Come on, pet.
The shoveling had stopped. Grandad was just outside her pea wigwam. "It isn't time to go," Kirsty said.
I'm afraid it is. I promised your dad I'd have you home early today. It's the weekend. Ben and Dawn will be at your house soon. You never know. You might even have fun with your brother and sister."
"Half-sister," Kirsty muttered. Dad was Ben and Dawn's dad too, but they had a different mum. Dad had been married to their mum once, but then he had married Kirsty's mum. At weekends they came to Kirsty's house. Ben was nice, but Dawn was a total pain. When she wasn't there, Kirsty and Dad would do nice things together, like listen to Dad's records or watch Kirsty's DVDs, or even just rearrange their collections. But when Dawn was there, she moaned and yelled and spoiled everything. Kirsty curled up inside the plants. It was a tight squeeze, though she knew that Grandad had planted them wide apart just so she could keep on using her den. She rested her head on the ground. It smelled of warm earth and the tang of leaves. A few weeds had grown up amongst the peas. She pulled one out of the ground, its silvery roots and all.
"If you don't come out, I'll have to come in and get you," Grandad said.
Kirsty started giggling despite herself. She knew what was coming. Grandad was going to get her to move the way he always did, with lots of laughing and screaming. His hand reached in and grabbed her bare foot. His rough fingertips tickled and tickled her soul until she cried with laughter. "Stop it! Stop it!" she yelled. Now there would be a twisting tug of war as she tried to break free. She yanked her leg. Grandad's grip loosened. Her foot sprang back towards her. He had let go. Grandad had let go on the first tug. That wasn't right. Kirsty frowned. Cough, cough, cough. It sounded like Grandad was coughing from some place deep, deep inside. It sounded like it hurt. Kirsty struggled out through the plants. "Grandad?" He was bent over, coughing into his huge white handkerchief. At the sound of her voice, Grandad looked up. His eyes were all watery.
"I'm fine, pet. Right as rain."
But he struggled to get the words out. Kirsty shivered, despite the sunlight. Winter. Chapter 2. Kirsty was already awake, even before the phone rang. She couldn't sleep. Grandad had been in hospital for ages. Summer had turned into autumn, and now winter was here, and every week Grandad got worse. Today, at the end of visiting hours, the doctor had taken Dad aside and whispered to him, and then Dad had picked up Dawn and Ben from their mum's house and asked them to come and stay, even though it was a Monday and not the weekend at all. It all seemed wrong and scary. And then the phone rang in the middle of the night. "Wake up! Wake up!" it seemed to say. Suddenly everyone was awake, as if they had just been pretending to sleep too. Mum came in and turned on the light, and then she was gone. Dawn was out of bed, but with that angry bear face that meant you shouldn't speak to her. Kirsty went to the bedroom door. Dad was on the landing. Ben came out of the front room where he slept, carrying his jeans. Kirsty felt cold all over. "What's going on?" she asked. Nobody answered. "Mum?" Mum came out of her bedroom. "That was the hospital on the phone, love. They want us to get there as soon as we can. Please, go and get dressed." Kirsty went back into her bedroom. The car park was almost empty when they got to the hospital. They all got out of the car. Kirsty's breath rose in white mists, like ghosts floating up into the sky.